No more Mr. Nice Wife Beater. So welcome back to another video here on my channel. I just want to talk about the last video. Does Big Rob beat women? Is he what are you doing outside the kitchen? Headshot, body shot, pick her up, slam her like Marduk got a Tekken 7. No. Now the thing I was trying to get across in the last video, maybe I didn't do a good job at it, is respect and the disrespect that happened to the young King Carson. And that's where I'm really gonna focus on here with today's video. So when we're talking about cheating in relationships, we're talking about the level of disrespect that has to occur for somebody to get to that. There's a difference between sending pics. You send a dick pic, you send a titty pic, you have a conversation you have no business having, and physically traveling to a destination you know you ain't supposed to be there, pulling the dick out and going ham on the yams, okay? That's a level of disrespect that me, as the content creator, I have to ask, what is the appropriate response? Why is it that you always have to be the bigger person? You always have to turn the other cheek when people do evil acts. I'm not gonna say, a shitty act. Evil. A shitty act is like, oh, she broke up with him when he really loved her and then got with the best friend. The video would have been way different. I would have probably turned the cam on and I would have probably laughed and said, nigga, that's the game, bro. You learned the hard way, but that's the game. Additionally, I would have probably laughed if these two, being as good friends as they are, were chasing the same girl and his friend cracked it. Then he got upset. I would have probably been like, hey, that's the game, nigga. Hey, you gotta get your game up, bro. You better spit your game better. I would have probably came up doing that voice, the uncle voice, okay? That's not what happened here. What happened here is the audience found out about a serious situation that a large content creator is going through, which happens to be depression. He says he's on medication and he's been receiving therapy for this. I know sometimes fans don't like to admit this, but when they finally find out about a situation, the content creator has probably been going through that situation for longer than they would like to admit. So let's just say the audience found out about him taking the indefinite break in February and March. He's probably been having these thoughts since October. He's probably been feeling these things maybe even further than that. We're just finding out about it late. If he's felt this, let's say 6 months, right? He's reached out, he's gotten help for it, but he probably confided in people close to him saying like, hey, I'm going through something. He tells them of this thing you're going through and they still decide to say, hey, I gotta crack them draws. I gotta see what the back of your cervix feels like when I put this big white cock in you. And I'm probably gonna bust. And I know we talk about nut on this channel a lot, so we're gonna talk about it again here. When I'm looking at this situation, right, the first thing I'm thinking is this. If he busts inside of her, damn, he really went up inside your sugar walls. He felt you were so sweet that he could go inside and plant seed. There's a problem there. And then if he bust on her face, and he got her down on both knees, stroking tip, just squeezing and hitting that head full of blood, it's pink purple, and it shoot out this web Spider-Man-like string hitting her face, exploding on her face. I don't even know what to say there. There's a phrase, I haven't used it too often on this channel, but longtime viewers are gonna know what I'm about to say. Pulling me out of the matrix. This is some matrix pulling shit. You have pulled, that's if those two things have happened, okay? So we've already broken down that this is pretty fucking evil. If we just gonna keep it a stack, this is evil shit, all right? This is Frieza killing Broly's daddy in front of him and then pretending an stray blast did it. And we got a code red, fellas. This was supposed to be some Dragon Ball Super footage playing right here, but the copyright, and I can't be bothered to figure out how to get past that shit right now. I know it's not my content, but I want to steal it. I want to put it in my video because I feel it'll be better. Unfortunately, I can't do that, so you're gonna have to use your imagination right here. Da, 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 da. Broly transforming. Broly! Okay, and now we're gonna get back to the video. Evil shit. What is the appropriate response? Because while I don't put my hands on the ladies, I could understand if a nigga was taken to that level of rage over some shit like this. Because we're talking levels of disrespect. I'm gonna give you another scenario. I saw this last year, a content creator in the anime community. He was dating a girl for a couple years. I guess they broke up, and then the homie started talking to the girl, and and I guess maybe they were dating, and he didn't tell the first guy, like, hey, you know, I'm talking to your ex. It was a big thing. I remember cameras get turned on, emotions flared up, and the entire time as I'm watching this, I'm talking to my other buddy, and I'm like, yo, do you think this is just a little excessive? You just think it's maybe a little much? We both came to the conclusion, we're like, this might be a little much, but I mean, again, that's just the way he handles the situation. This ain't that. This is somebody, I want y'all to think, 2 people in your camp that you can give everything to. How you doing emotionally, physically? If you got some lifelong disease, these are the only 2 people you could tell. You tell them this, you emotionally involved with one of them, and then they know that information and decide, hey man, I got to see what that big white cock like. I got to see what it's doing. I'm gonna go even deeper. You don't just slip and fall into some pussy, all right? I wish that was the case. I wish I could go outside, take the trash down to the trash man, a portal opens up like Noob Saibot at an MK9, and I just fall into some yams. And while I'm falling into those yams, I just happen to start stroking. I wish it was this way. However, it's not, all right? So when I'm looking at this situation play out, the first thing I'm thinking is, he had to have an eye for it. Hell, if you even look at the facts, other creators have done the facts, Cavo's got a whole video breaking it down. They both chose on the Raj Ratel, whatever that nigga name is, dating show on Twitch. Greek God X apparently was trying to tell people behind the scenes that she belongs to the streets.
Case that in a sea of 10+ girls on a show called The Bachelor. I've never seen it, sorry. From what I can tell, it's a Twitch stream parody of The Bachelor, where girls compete with a date with famous influencers or something like that. Fitz was on the show. He picked, oh, you guessed it, Carson's girlfriend to be, Katerino, who Carson, who went on a show previously, before Fitz went on, picked already.
Ladies and gentlemen of The Bachelor, the person that Carson has selected is Katerino!
Yeah!
Congratulations!
You can't let the chat influence your decision. Or Carson, who's DMing me.
Furiously, I imagine.
Yeah, furiously. He's furious right now. I can't even believe that you would, you know, being a friend of his, he just feels so betrayed, I think. I don't know. Don't let that get in the way, okay? Because ultimately, chicks before dicks, bro.
For real, yeah, that's true.
You know?
That's true.
What led to your decision?
I really dig Kate's vibe, and I honestly,
Now.
I think what Cutie said about Kate's true. She gets along with everyone.
Listen, I think you're a cool person. I think we could be friends, but I'm loyal to Carson, okay?
I warned everybody here, dude.
Gotta be careful of Katerino.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can you see
okay.
on my face? She's been round the block.
She has been round the block, and she's also sucked good guy Fizz's. Okay, let's go.
Niggas didn't take it. So I'm just thinking, you know, you can't meet Captain Save a Hoe. That's just the facts. You can't. You can't save it. They stop hoeing when that biological clock start ticking. And it start ticking at around about 35, okay? So it's just the facts, all right? My next question at that point is, what is the appropriate response? Because this is some evil shit. I've seen some people in the last video, they said like, yo, they need to lose their careers over there. They won't. Fitz won't. Fitz definitely won't, man. Because when anything that King Nappy shows us, if you make content that people enjoy, they don't really care who makes the content as long as they enjoy watching it. And I try not to get on people on that because there are some people that are scum that they make some content that I like and I'm not gonna front. I sit there and I watch it. But if you think they're gonna lose their career over this, they probably won't. The person that will most likely be affected is Katerino because her numbers compared to the guys are way smaller. Like, she will probably be affected by this. But even then, the power of simping is something that I can't understand. Maybe 300 years down the line, we'll have an understanding of simping. Right now, in 2020, we do not understand this shit at all. So maybe, and I mean, this is a big fucking maybe, simping can say this shit. And again, I apologize for saying this, but what is the appropriate response? What is it? Be the bigger person? I'm dealing with a mental issue that I gotta exceed therapy and take medication for it. Nigga, that's a 2-war front. And these two fuck and they know my situation. my God, bro. I you know, sometimes the internet just, it really just makes me, all right, you know, I'm not gonna get on people too heavily. It's a difference of opinion. All I'm saying is if young Carson lost his mind and wanted to go up somebody's head over that shit, I'm not gonna be mad at him. I'm not gonna turn on the cam and say, CallMeCarson lost his mind, went upside girl's head. Once you hear the situation, I'm just like, hey, I remember back in the day in high school, one of my good friends at the time, he told me about how his older brother beat this bitch ass. And I said, what'd he do? He said she put an iron on him. They said nobody in the room did anything. They stood back and just watched. So hold on. Physical damage, I can fuck up a chick over some physical damage, but mental damage, I gotta be the bigger person. I'm gonna keep this shit a stack with y'all, man. I feel like mental damage does way more damage to a person than physical. Physical, you might be fucked up, you heal, you might be mad, like, oh, if I see this guy again. Mental damage, you sitting there thinking about all these different scenarios that could potentially happen, that might have happened. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm talking levels of disrespect when people do downright evil shit to you and the niggas expect you to turn the other cheek. That's all I'm saying. That's my thought. So I guess my question to the audience is, what is the appropriate response when somebody does something downright fucking evil? That's all I gotta say. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll have another video coming out today or tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed this. As you know, follow me on Twitter. I need them numbers up. Give this video a like. Subscribe if you're new. And turn on them notifications, man. Turn the notifications on. Hey, Rob, man, I got the notifications on. Turn them off and turn them back on if you're hearing this, okay? Do that. Unsub, resub with the notifications back on. Let's try that. If you got the notifications on now, do what I just said. So, with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Everybody have a great day during this human malware going on, and I'll talk to y'all soon.